What's up, geeks and gamers? It's Jeremy coming to you with another video, and today, why have we not gotten an episode 9 trailer, a teaser, or anything? Well, it's real simple. It's because Lucasfilm doesn't know what the hell they're doing. We've known this for a while, and it's just obvious. So, I mean, if you look back, The Force Awakens, we got a teaser like the November before the year anniversary up until the film. So, I mean, that was like 13 months, I think, before the film came out. And I can't remember when The Last Jedi teaser came out. I think it was in December. I can't remember. But, you know, there's been a lot of speculation about this movie. What's the title? Where's the footage? Where's anything? And I think that they're panicking. I think that they understand that they've screwed up and they don't know what to do now. They have no idea what they're doing. Do you understand that? Lucasfilm has no idea what they're doing. They are so clueless. This story group, this garbage story group that they have right now has no clue what's going on. These directors have no idea what's going on. There's no continuity. There's no communication. There's nothing. And I think that they're finally realizing, yo, we've screwed up. We have Solo on our hands if we don't tighten up. You know, after The Last Jedi, after the backlash of The Last Jedi, they failed with Solo. And now they're in a situation where I think they're looking at it going, we may have a movie that hits less than $1 billion right now. So we really need to figure this out. We really need to figure out how are we going to give the fans a trailer that's going to make them happy. Maybe they finally realize that the people you're pandering to, the people that you are always trying to preach to, aren't going to support your business model. Because SJWs, social justice weirdos, do not support your business model. They never have, they never will. And you learn that lesson with Solo. So all the people that want to get on social media and hashtag and preach and do all that projecting, guess what? They didn't go support your movie. They don't mind retweeting. They don't mind preaching to the high heavens how much they love your diversity and they love your representation. But when it comes down to it, they ain't going to see your movie. And we have proof of that. And I think finally Disney's going, we are in a bad way. 2019 is such a major year for Star Wars. We have Star Wars Celebration, we have Star Wars Land opening at Disney World and Disneyland, and we have Episode 9. And if Episode 9 doesn't knock it out of the park, the momentum within Star Wars is going to be at an all-time low because it's coming off of Solo. Nobody's liking Resistance at this point. Now, I haven't seen Resistance, but I think I saw one episode of Resistance. It didn't do a whole lot for me. But Resistance is not making people very happy. And so right now with Episode 9, I think that they realize we're screwed. And I think they're trying to figure out how they can make the nostalgia come back. Because that's what they did with The Force Awakens. And you fooled a lot of us with that. And I'm one of them. But I still like The Force Awakens in isolation. And I can't just change that. I do see the mistakes that were made from a creative process and how they should have started out with Luke, Han, and Leia together and focused on them. But of course, got to show that wokeness. That was all Kathleen Kennedy getting rid of George's sequel trilogy outline because she's an idiot. She is a terrible, terrible leader. And so right now, we have a situation where we have The Force Awakens and The Last Jedi are not lining up because Ryan's vision was such garbage and it had nothing to do with The Force Awakens. Then you had Colin Trevorrow trying to come in and actually make a decent Star Wars movie from all reports. And then Kathleen Kennedy decides to fire him because, oh my God, he actually wants to honor Luke Skywalker. What a crazy idea. Thanks for firing him, Kathleen. And then JJ wants to come back because it's almost like JJ now is acting like it's a rap battle and how Ryan had his verse and he kind of dissed JJ. So now JJ's going to come back and diss him. And this whole thing is a disaster. And so, of course, you can't give us a trailer yet because you guys don't even know what the hell's going on. We don't really know anything about Episode 9. We know no title. We've seen no real footage. We don't know anything. And I don't think Lucasfilm knows much of what's going on at this point either. And that's what happens when you hire people that are focused on race and gender and not the story and not the mythology. You have finally, the ground was sinking beneath you and you're finally there. You're finally at that moment where you've realized we have screwed this up so bad. And I think you're finally at that point where you're starting to realize it. So they are panicking right now with this trailer. That's what I believe. Because they haven't given us any tangible proof to say otherwise. I believe they are panicking. I believe they're trying to figure out how they can provide the best trailer possible to please the heavy majority of the fans. And maybe you will. Maybe you will fool us. Maybe you will bring out an awesome trailer. And maybe you will get us excited. But I think the majority of us are a little too smart to be fooled at this point. That's how I feel. Now, I won't know until we see the trailer, but I feel like so many of us have watched the game you're playing. And you've been playing it so well, but you finally got exposed. And I think now the majority of the fans are going to look at that and go, that's a cool trailer. That looks really awesome. That's a cool title. But you've already fooled us too many times, and we are not biting again. That's what I think is going to happen. Lucasfilm, you got your work cut out because you have pissed off a lot of people. And you do not get to just sit there and disrespect your fans over and over and over and over again. You don't get to sit there and have people like Pablo Hidalgo and Freddie Prinze and Ryan Johnson just continue to taunt the fans and expect us to just be okay with that. You don't get to do that. And you have now pissed off a significant portion of the fan base. The majority of the fan base is now pissed off. And they're pissed off, and they are not just going to sit here and take it. So you better bring it, but you better bring it with more than just a good trailer. You better bring it with the news that Ryan Johnson doesn't have his trilogy. You better bring it with the news that Kathleen Kennedy is no longer the president of Lucasfilm. You better bring it with that Story Group is gone. You better bring it with Pablo Hidalgo is gone. You better bring it with a lot more than a damn good trailer, because it's going to take a lot more than a damn good trailer. I can tell you that firsthand, because Star Wars fans are the most passionate people in fandom. And they do not forget when you've had so many of your employees come after us. And now Ryan Johnson's actually lying about what's happening. So you better distance yourself from this dude. Lion Ryan is not doing you any favors right now. He didn't do you any favors with The Last Jedi. And he's definitely not doing you any favors right now. So you need to figure this out, Lucasfilm. And we know you're panicking, and you should be panicking. You deserve to panic because your president had more attention on identity politics and social justice pandering than she did to honor the mythology that she set right there with George Lucas and said that they're going to honor these characters and honor these stories. She sat right there and lied to George. And then in every interview, we never hear Kathleen Kennedy talking about actual story beats, characters, character motivations, character development. We never hear her talk about lore. She talks about the identity politics around it and how we need more representation and how we need Star Wars to look more like the real world. Piss on that. Nobody wants that. Nobody wants Star Wars to look like the real world. We don't need a goddamn McDonald's on the corner of the galaxy. What we need is for you to respect Star Wars. And it's clear that you don't, Kathleen Kennedy. It's clear that you don't have any idea what you're doing. So you need to get the hell out, and we need to find somebody that cares about Star Wars. And it damn sure ain't you, and it damn sure ain't that Story Group that you hired. It's none of those people. You guys have a great day. We'll talk to you later.